So I'm working on being more open and talk more about my transition and how it's affected me and what's it like living in the hood as a trans guy, you know, because it's kind of different than if we're in an open community as trans people. So there's that. So my name is Keandre. Finna be 24 in 2 months, and I've been on T for 8 months. It'll be 8 months on the 14th exactly. And I live in the hood. I live deep in the hood in Sacramento, California. I've always presented as male, lived as male since I was probably like 5 or 6. I've never really had a aha moment for my transition. It was always like, I'm a nigga. I think it helped that once I turned 18, I found out that I was born intersex. I found out that a couple of different things happened to have my body appear more feminine for the sake of my mother. That's a different story. But anyways, transitioning in the hood. The do I pass shit, I didn't ask nobody because the hood let me know. People I lived with, people I was around a lot, they let me know if I passed or not by the way they would talk to me and interact with me. Because when you look like a female, or when you present as female, guys out here are more aggressive with you and more in your face trying to get all on you. Whereas if you present as male, it's more like you're one of the fellas, they less bug you less. I mean, I don't agree with that, but again, it's a whole nother different topic. Then it's a testosterone thing, you know. I don't, like, social media wise, I let the whole world know, like, look, I'm a trans guy, I'm this, I'm that. But in my life, where I live, I don't be like, hey, I'm a trans guy, because it sets me up to have to deal with a bunch of ignorance and usually have to fight, which is something I don't like to do. Transitioning in the hood has been easier than anywhere else, because once you look the part, whatever, or you fit that mold, people usually let you alone. I mean, people are really good about minding their business out here. It's not like they want to know, they just don't care after a while. My family, so my stepfather and my mother are wishy-washy on it. Like, they acknowledge I'm a man, but then helicopters. So they acknowledge that I'm a man when it pertains to situations where they feel like I'm dead wrong. You're a man, I will do that. Any other time, no, it's not happening. My brothers on my mother's side, same way, wishy-washy. My father, my biological father, he's 100%, that's my son. My other siblings on his side, they're like, that's my brother, it's no question. My favorite aunt in the world, one of my favorite aunts in the world. My Aunt Cassie is my life. Like, I love this woman about as much as most guys love their mama. That's how much I love my auntie. And then my Aunt Jean on my father's side. Them the two women in my life that I look to as mother figures. Well, there's 3 women, because then there's my girlfriend's mom, who straight up adopted me as her son. But it's 3 women in my life that have taken the role as mom in different ways to help this transition actually go better for me in a positive way. It's interesting how that works. I'm trying to think what else. Like, I look like, act like, dress like a stereotypical hood nigga. I can't help that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mentality. I'm not doing it to fit into a gender norm or do it to downplay non-binary people, femmes, any of that. It's just me. Like, I sag, I dress like this, I talk with my hands, you know, I say blood, I say nigga. That's my lingo, that's my vocabulary, that's the way I speak. My biggest, like, oh my God, I wish somebody told me this when I first stuck this needle in my ass. When they say your mind changes and your mood changes, you get more angrier on T, it does not mean you change. How you react to things change so much. Like, how you view life changes so much. Like, I still get mad, but I don't react. It's more of a, you know, my girlfriend hates it. She feel like I'm being real nonchalant with our relationship, but it's more like, I don't see a point in arguing with you. It's okay. I'm gonna see where I'm wrong, and then fix it and address it. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you. Sex, my libido, it's probably broken. I feel like I broke it because I already had a high sex drive to begin with, and now it's freaking ridiculous, man. Like, I should not. I'm about as horny as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy was when they first discovered their dick. Swear to God. Hairy in places I don't want to be hairy, like in my ears, up my nose. Like, I've never had hair up my nose, but now that I do, it pisses me off. More of a timeline thing. So, like, the first month, 2 months, you know, mini-me, you know, him, whatever you want to call him, he grew a little bit. Like, he grew like this much. So, that's how's my finger in the first month. He is big. Not even bragging, because it's uncomfortable to wear drawers now. Like, I be free balling more than I should. First 2 months is what happened. 2.5 months, 3, my voice dropped the first time. Scared the hell out of me. Because they said feel like a frog in your throat. Not necessarily. And you wake up and you feel it in your chest, like a rumbling shit. Like you're a giant or something. I don't know. So that's 2.5, 3 months. From 3 months is when this little chin here stuff came in. 3 months. And then see this stuff, this little sideburn wannabes came in at 3 months. Then from 3 months till now, my voice has went up and down, and it's starting to level out, which is good because I'm tired of sounding like I'm going up and then down with my voice because we're not a roller coaster here. My facial hair is coming in, you know, if I can get closer. It's coming in a little bit. Not a, you know, I'm only 8 months on TV, so I'm not expecting a beard here or anything. I use this beard butter by King Butter Love. I think I'll put his Instagram in the little box thingy, and y'all should really use him. His stuff is really, really good on your face. Like, I have a dry face normally, and now it's starting to look like something. So it's not an endorsement. I just really, really fuck with his products. And then I use shea butter oil on my face to make it. Because, you know, dark-skinned niggas, we got to care about our face and our body in general, because we actually, it's very, very noticeable. Trying to think what else in this first video. This is my first YouTube video. I'm trying to get used to doing this because a couple of guys have asked me to talk about it, even though there's 100 billion of us talking about it. I guess each guy perspective on it matters. It's just, it's a crazy thing. And know yourself, and not necessarily therapy, because therapy is good, but you still gotta know yourself. Take time to figure out who you are. Don't just rush because you see everybody doing tea and doing the shots. Don't just rush to that. Make sure this is what you want. Make sure you have a strong support system. That is so very important. Like, I wish that's talked about more. It's very important to have a really strong support system. For days when you're really dysphoric, or days where the world just shits on you, there's somebody there to be like, you know what, nah, you need that. Okay, you really, like, you're not gonna understand. Like, you're not gonna say how much you need it. And no, there's no right or wrong way to be a man. Like, this is the man I am. I'm a hood nigga, you know, that's me. But that might not be you, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? It's perfectly fine not to want to adhere to a stereotype. But it's a journey. No, we're not in competition. I'm in competition with nobody. When I see fellas with the beards and the nice bodies, and I'm like, yo, do you. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. That's what you want. That's what you want. Me personally, I'm more of a laid-back stoner type. Everybody has their own box. Whether you want to call it a box or a label or a mentality or whatever. You have your way of doing it. This is how I'm doing my journey. You know what I'm saying? Your journey might not sound like this, might not look like this, might not feel like this, but no, I'm rooting for you. Always. I root for all my brothers and sisters in the trans community, in the black community, in the Afro-Latin community. I root for y'all. I root for everybody. My white brothers, I root for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just don't start comparing yourself, because it's going to depress you to the point where you feel like quitting or doing something to jeopardize how your vibe is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody vibe different, so you gotta stick with your vibe. But yeah, man, it's a journey. I'm loving it. You know, it's a really good journey to find out who people really are in your corner, to find out who really, really, really fuck with you, because there's gonna be days where you piss somebody off, and there's gonna be days where you feel like nobody's on your side. That's why having a good support system comes in and be like, nah, I'm right here. And for all my trans brothers who feel like they ain't got nobody, or feel like they can't talk to nobody, ain't got no friends or whatever, I don't care where you are in this country, in the world, you could always hit my line. You could always, what's it called, inbox me or whatever it's called for YouTube, and I'll answer you. And if we really vibe, really link, I'll give you my number, dog. You can call me anytime, text me anytime. Same thing for my trans sisters. If you feel like you ain't got nobody to talk to vent to understand you, hit my line. Inbox me. 9 out of 10, I'm going to answer. Because I'm not one of those, you know, kind of people where I just get high off of fame or people liking my stuff. I want you to know I'm really here voting for you guys. I'm rooting for you guys. I have an Instagram. I have all this stuff. And I'm always liking stuff. I'm always commenting, because everybody needs a little ego boost every once in a while. Everybody needs to know they're not alone every once in a while. Everybody needs to feel like they're apart every once in a while. And you know what? I'll do that. I don't care. You can text me 4, 5, 6, 8, whatever time in the morning. And I might not answer at first because I sleep hard, but I got you. I'm going to be here for you, because nobody was there for me when I needed it, and I want to be who I need to be, who I needed when I was younger. There we go. Boom. So, see you guys later. If nobody views this, if everybody views this, I really don't care. I'm really hoping that whoever sees it, or whoever needs to see it, will see it and realize they're not alone, and there's people out there who really care, and there's people who never met you that roots for you.